Hi everybody. Today we're going to learn about parallel and perpendicular lines and their slopes. So you need to print out the worksheet that says parallel and perpendicular lines that I put in the module. And then this video is also in the module underneath it. So you need to watch this video while you have these notes in front of you. So it says, find the slopes of the two lines on the graph above and to the left. So this one, find the slopes of these two lines. So I'm going to start right here at 0, 1, because that's a point on the graph that's an integer. It's not like right here where it's between different numbers and stuff. And then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, because here's another point on the graph that's at a grid line. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up 4 over 5. So the slope is rise over run, and the rise is 4 and the run is 5. Because you always go to the right, up or down, and to the right. This is a positive slope, and 4/5 is a positive slope. The next one is rise over run. And so I'm going to start at this point right here, and here's the next one that goes through a grid line. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 over 5. So what do you notice about those two slopes? Both slopes are 4 over 5. That means the lines are, what do these lines look like? They're called what? Parallel. Because they have the same slope. If they have the same slope, they're parallel to each other. These lines are parallel. These lines are not parallel. One slope is positive and one slope is negative. They're not parallel. But if they have the same exact slope, then they're parallel. It says now find the slopes of the two lines in the graph above and to the right. So these two. This line happens to be the same as over there. So it's up 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope is rise over run, which is 4 over 5. And then we want to find the slope of this line, which is negative. We're going to start at this point right here and find another point that goes through a grid line, which is about right here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 5, negative 5, over run, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5 over 4. Those are the two slopes. Are the slopes the same? What do you think? No. What happens when you multiply these two slopes? Well, you take 4/5 times negative 5/4, and you multiply the tops, negative 20, the numerators, and you multiply the denominators. These 20s cancel, and you get negative 1. Or you can cross cancel and get negative 1. The product is the answer. When you multiply, the product is negative 1. So if the product of two slopes is negative 1, they're called opposite. The signs are opposite. One is positive 4/5 and one is negative 5/4. So the signs are opposite, and they're opposite. Does anybody know what the word is? opposite reciprocals. They're opposite reciprocals. Reciprocals are when you flip a number over. So reciprocals. 1/3 and 3/1 are reciprocals because you just flip them over and they have the same sign. But these are opposite reciprocals. One is negative and one is positive because one has a positive slope and one has a negative slope. So they're opposite reciprocals. That means the lines are, does anybody know what word goes here? Perpendicular. They form what kind of an angle? Right here. They form a right angle, a 90-degree angle. They're perpendicular. Their slopes have to multiply to be -1, or they have to be opposite reciprocals. So the kind of problems you're going to be doing for your homework, which will be due the next time we meet, is going to be, says given two lines, find the slopes and tell if they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Show all work. So we know parallel means you have the same slope. Perpendicular means that they are opposite reciprocals, or when you multiply them, their product is -1. And neither means it's not the same slope and they're not opposite reciprocals. So line L1 goes through these 2 points, and line L2 goes through these 2 points. So we're going to find the slope of L1, and we're going to write the formula every time. Y2 minus Y1. Make sure your 2's and your 1's are subscripts, that they're down, that they're not up. Up would be squared, and that's different. So make sure they look like that. Y2 minus Y1. 2 minus -4 over 5 minus 3. A minus is a plus. So 2 plus 4 over 2. 6 over 2 equals 3 over 1, or 3. The slope of L2 is using these 2 points instead, is equal to Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. 2 minus 1 over 4 minus 7. 1 over -3. So are these reciprocals? 3 over 1, 1 over 3. They're reciprocals. Are they the same sign or opposite signs? Positive and negative. They're opposite reciprocals. You can multiply them together and you would get -1. Therefore, 3 dots means therefore. We're making a conclusion. They're perpendicular. And it says show all work, so we showed all the work nice and neat so you can get full credit. They're perpendicular. So go ahead and take a minute. And find these two slopes and make a decision about them. If they're parallel, or if they're perpendicular, or if they're neither. Remember, you can write x1, y1, x2, y2 next to the points if it helps you remember which ones to put where. So I got -2. Did you guys get -2 for the first one? The two negatives cancel and we get 2. So we get 2 and -2. Are they the same? Well, they're both 2's, but are they the exact same? One has a negative and one doesn't. So it's neither. Because they're not the same. They have to be exactly the same. They're not the same. So they have to be exactly the same number, same sign and everything to be parallel. And then one more example. One minus 0 over 3 minus -2. 1 over minus and minus is a plus. So we get 1/5. 0 minus -1 over 4 minus -1. The minus and minus means plus. Same here. So we get 1/5. So what do you notice about these slopes? They're the same. So what conclusion can we make? Therefore what? The lines are parallel. So those are the kind of problems you're going to be doing for homework on homework number 2. I'm assigning it on Tuesday the 11th, and depending on when you have the class next, you'll have a homework number 1 due from Friday or Monday. And then the next class you'll have homework number 2 due. But I think evens will have both due, number 1 and 2 due, on Wednesday. So print out the worksheet that says homework number 2. It looks like this. So print out this homework, parallel and perpendicular lines, and you're doing the exact same problems, 5 of them. Problems just like this with different numbers. And that's what you're going to turn in. You're going to do it on your own paper if you can't print it out. And then you're going to upload it on the same place where you downloaded this worksheet. You're going to upload it to Canvas so you can get graded on it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.